Hello and welcome back. So the heat wave has finally broke here in the UK. The temperatures were crazy up into the 30s, so I couldn't do much at the allotment. I was just coming a few mornings, watering and getting away before it got too hot. But it's cooled down now, so we can crack on with some more of the bigger jobs. So let's get to it. Since the last video, I have cleared out the fruit cage and I have got a bit of footage of me doing this, so I'll insert that here. I did show in my last video, or the one before when I did the plot tour, just how bad it's looking in here. You can see it's so overgrown. But the good news is we've got lots of raspberries. So I think before I do anything, I'm going to pick the raspberries I can see, and then I'll get to tackling all these weeds. Here's the pile of weeds and my glove that I've pulled out. So that's how much I've pulled out, so loads. So I need to move those as well. But this is what it looks like now. So much better. We can actually see back here the raspberry bush. I've been picking them, so there's not too many there at the minute. Strawberries there. This one here, not 100% sure. I think that might be red currants. More raspberries. And this bush back here, which I need to pick more of today, because as we can see, there's really a lot more raspberries. But that was very, very overgrown. So I tied it back, tied it in to the netting here, and then back round this. This here is what I think is another red currant. Have a look here. There you go. So it's been really productive in here, and it's all nice and clear, which is great. First job of the day is going to be to recover this. So I've made it a bit bigger because the sweet corn, as you'll see in a minute, is growing nice and tall, which is great. That's what we want. But this netting here has been kind of pieced together from lots of different bits that I could find. So I bought some bigger netting and I'm going to get that on now. Netting I've got is slightly different, but will do the job. So it's like this. So first thing I'm going to do is take off this current netting. And this could take a while, so it's probably best to speed this up. Sweet corn is looking really good, as you can see. And we've got some pumpkin in there as well. This one here was the winter squash. No, that was the small squash, sorry. Small squash that I took from a seed from one I had last year. That's a Big Mac's pumpkin. That's more sweet corn. You can see this one's starting to really look like sweet corn now. And this is another Big Mac's pumpkin. This one was the one that was looking the most sorry for itself, but still seems to be hanging in there, which is great. So I'd really like to be able to just leave all this open, but unfortunately, because of what happened last time with the sweet corn, when I lost about 4 because some animal had come in and just snapped it, and I can't risk that this time. So we're going to have to put some netting over it. But I think first I will also just pull up some weeds. These sticks at the back of the allotment plot, so I'm thinking they'd be better than the arches, certainly higher, so I'm going to have a go at that now. Let's see. Here we go. This is it finished. So it's not as high as I would like, not as neat as I would like, but it is covering everything. See? So the problem I had was I couldn't find enough sticks that were all the same size, and the netting wouldn't quite stretch over the bigger sticks anyway. But it is all securely tied down. Let's see here. As ever, it's a job for now, because depending on how tall these grow, I probably will have to make it a bit bigger, but for now it's done. A couple of weeks ago, what I did is, because this bed is so shallow, this section here, I pulled out the soil and I ripped up the ground sheet. So this bit here goes straight down into the soil now, which, because I'm growing parsnips, I need. And I did transport some of the parsnips over to here, but a lot of them got eaten. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transport some more over now, and then because I've got more of these now from the sweet corn, I'm going to do a clutch over these as well. So let's do that. So they need thinning out anyway, these, because they're too close together. So if I very gently pull it out, you can see it's just starting to grow parsnip right now. So nice and deep. And backfill that. Okay. Right, so I've transported them here, as many as I could in this row, and then I'm going to put the clutch on. So I'm only doing 3. Again, it's not very deep, so they don't go very far. I think that's the problem with the beetroot. It's got snapped. So let's do 3. But because I'm not using as many, I can do more hoops like that. See, it won't go any further than that now. Okay, so better. Okay, that's gone in a bit more. Okay, let's sit in that. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. Sit in that. Oh, sit in that. Oh, I've got more It's fine. So not quite so. Yeah, I'll go over. Not again. No, not again. That's going to hit me in the face. We do it without the hoops because they're not very big. Let's do it without the hoops then. Do have more pegs though, so that's something. Mhm. Sometimes you just have to take a step back and have a look at your whole plot. Because when you're doing jobs, it can feel like things are going wrong and you're not really getting anywhere. But then you take a step back and you have a look like this, at everything that's growing, and you can feel really, really proud and hopeful. So here we've got the parsnips that are all growing fine, the beetroot and the sweet corn all looking nice and healthy. And then the squash in there as well. There's the carrots back there and the sprouts. And then over here, I've got my tomatoes, some lovely flowers coming through now, the nasturtiums, cosmos, and some marigolds. I've got the dwarf beans back here. So they're not growing tall because they are dwarf beans, but they are growing. We've got some pods here, as you can see. So my idea is to leave those to dry out and then take the beans off. So I'm going to leave those as they are for now, but they're all looking amazing. So fingers crossed, should get some good produce pretty quickly.